Nothing beats the action inside the cage, but sometimes the real fight starts as soon as fighters come face to face. In this video, we're diving into some of the most savage trash talking moments in MMA history. These fighters didn't just battle with their fists, they battled with their words too. Let's jump right in. Ranked in no particular order, here are some of the best trash talking moments in MMA. Number 10, Chael Sonnen versus Tito Ortiz were kicking things off with a classic. Chael Sonnen and Tito Ortiz may have been competitive in the cage, but on the mic, it was a totally different story. Chael is known for his sharp tongue, and this showdown with Tito showed just how far he can go. Tito criticized Chael for using his mouth to get fights, but Chael had the perfect comeback. It was one of the biggest verbal mismatches we've ever seen.
Tito, go ahead. Tell him what I do so well.
Well, he talks well. His mouth has gotten him in every fight, big fight that he's had. And every time when it's time to present and perform, he's failed. On Saturday night, it's not going to change.
Chael hit Tito with a verbal haymaker by bringing up his ex-partner, adult film star Jenna Jameson.
Tito always says I'm using my mouth to get my opportunities. The only person I know that made money using their mouth is his ex-wife.
Sonnen set Tito up perfectly, leading him right into the trap. The burn was so brutal that the crowd was too stunned to even laugh. As for Tito, his attempt at a comeback was weak at best.
You're a punk, dude. That's what you call class right here compared to no class.
That was a nasty line.
No
by
class.
Me.
Sure, he ultimately won the fight, but he definitely lost this round.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
Number 9, Eddie Alvarez versus Conor McGregor. Eddie Alvarez didn't find much success in his short rivalry with Conor McGregor.
I want an apology for saying my wife and kids. Suck these big artist balls.
But on one occasion, Eddie Alvarez did manage to leave the Irishman speechless. After enduring a verbal onslaught from McGregor, Eddie fired back with a sharp comment about Conor taking social welfare before he made it big, a dig that left McGregor with nothing to say in return.
I've already made the UFC great. 4.2 billion it was sold for. Without me, you're talking 150,000 buys. When you're talking me, you're talking 2 million buys.
You were on welfare, bro.
Okay, then
you ain't no man. You took welfare.
Okay,
don't talk about money. Don't you talk about money.
Then
you took money
there?
from single moms. Single moms go on welfare, not men. You don't talk about money, all right? Keep your mouth shut when it talks about money.
In reality, Eddie Alvarez didn't fully grasp the cultural differences, as claiming welfare, or the dole, in Ireland was quite normal and even expected. However, to the global audience, it seemed like a solid 10-9 round for the underground king, especially given how much Conor talked about money. Unfortunately for Eddie, he couldn't carry this momentum into the fight. Number 8, Conor McGregor versus Chad Mendes, Very few people managed to outtalk Conor McGregor. Most of the time, he was delivering razor-sharp insults. During a video call with his future opponent, Chad Mendes, McGregor's quick wit took center stage. When Mendes tried to attack Conor's wrestling skills, McGregor fired back with a perfect comeback, effortlessly stealing the round with style.
Matchup horrible for this guy. Conor, do you know what wrestling is?
I can rest my balls on your forehead.
Yeah, I know.
Mendes would go on to face Conor McGregor at UFC 189 in an instant classic. He even came close to winning at certain points, but for us, McGregor drew first blood with his sharp comeback. It's one of the wittiest responses you'll ever see in the fight game. Number 7, Daniel Cormier versus John Jones, We all missed the electric rivalry between John Jones and Daniel Cormier. Their feud often became deeply personal, but one of the funniest moments came when Jones tried to insult Cormier, telling him he looked like a crackhead in a suit.
You look like a junkie here today.
I look like a...
I'm not a crackhead with a suit on.
What's that?
You look like a crackhead with a suit on.
Well, as it turned out, this one was laid out on a platter for DC to counter. He instantly retorted with the suggestion that Jones actually was that earning a big cheer from the crowd.
I could look like a crackhead with a suit on, but I've never been a crackhead like you, though. So you can say I look like one, but I've never been one.
Even John himself seemed to realize he had walked right into that one. Few moments in MMA history hit as hard as a John Jones and Daniel Cormier press conference. Number 6, Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz was the first fighter who truly matched Conor McGregor both in the cage and on the mic. Unlike most of Conor's opponents, Nate wasn't fazed by the Irishman's usual mind games.
I don't give a what you say, mother.
During the lead up to their first fight at UFC 196, when the topic of training partners came up, Nate Diaz didn't hesitate to hype up his own team while taking a jab at Conor's movement coach, Ido Portal.
Who do you train with? You got that little goofy mother with you? You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail. And I'm the one who ain't got no training partner? I don't think so.
Number 5, Dominic Cruz to TJ Dillashaw. Dominic Cruz is known for his razor-sharp trash talk and mental warfare skills. He's a master of getting under his opponent's skin and has delivered some memorable lines over the years.
Pick up the belt like a man. Don't be touching the belt, you little weirdo.
Oh, I held it in front of you like a man while you couldn't reach it. You're going to be reaching for it with your T-Rex arms.
Ahead of his fight with TJ Dillashaw, Cruz took every chance he could to get under TJ's skin. He constantly belittled Dillashaw, criticizing his intelligence and making it clear that he saw himself as far superior.
He's not the brightest, so when he talks and the camera's on him, he kind of freezes up. And when it comes to me, you know, I just say and I'm myself.
So when TJ tried to get the upper hand by bringing up the fact that he of the two was the only one to have a degree, Cruz used that mistake and turned it on him.
It's funny he likes to say that I'm not the brighter guy when I'm the one that's got the college degree. I'm the one that went through school, that was enrolled in grad school and decided to fight afterwards, when you've been nothing but a jock your entire life and wanted to fight.
Buddy, you might want to show that diploma next time you're at an interview with me so you look a little smarter, because you don't talk smart.
It was a brutal burn from the bantamweight legend, and when Cruz finally reclaimed his title with an unforgettable win over Dillashaw, it was a sweet victory for his fans. Number 4, Dustin Poirier to Conor McGregor. Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor have exchanged plenty of jabs over the years.
Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. A gust of wind and he does the chicken dance.
While McGregor usually dominates the trash-talking game, Dustin Poirier landed a sharp blow before their third fight. During the UFC 264 press conference, a reporter asked why McGregor had stopped being respectful to his opponent. Poirier seized the moment and responded with his memorable line.
Last fight, you were unusually kind to Dustin. Now on fight week, it's the exact opposite. So when did that switch happen?
Because he got knocked the out.
George wasn't done there. He took another shot at Conor, reminding him of his recent knockout loss and also poking fun at McGregor's McGregor Fast fitness program, calling it McGregor's SLO instead.
Not McGregor Fast, McGregor Sleep.
It's rare for anyone to land a 10-8 on Conor McGregor, but Dustin Poirier definitely did it. Conor had no comeback for that one. At number 3, we have Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. Even if you've been losing for 24 minutes, landing a KO in the final round gives you bragging rights. Usman should have known better than to bring up excuses from their previous fight. Leon Edwards used that opportunity to deliver a stinging reply.
Question for the champion, Leon, as well. A lot of talk about the altitude in that first fight and how you didn't really feel yourself. You're back at home now. Sorry, the rematch. You're back at home now in UK soil. You feel like it's going to be a completely different fight because of that?
Yeah, 100%. Technically, and like I said, altitude not affecting me.
What's the excuse for the first fight? What was the excuse for the first fight?
Liam Edwards, who had stunned everyone with a dramatic head kick KO in the 5th round, was almost amused when Kamaru Usman brought up their first fight. Edwards took the chance to remind Usman exactly how their second fight had ended.
What was the excuse for the first fight?
What's the excuse for the head kicking up?
Leon Edwards delivered a standout comeback that not only left Usman speechless, but also set him up for a unanimous decision win in their third fight, officially closing their rivalry. At number 2, we have Michael Bisping and Lou Rockhold. One memorable line from Bisping has become iconic and is even used as the intro for Bisping's podcast, Believe You Me. During the UFC 199 press conference, Rockhold was giving one of his signature dramatic motivational speeches when Bisping struck with a perfect comeback.
Some people strive to achieve things and some people strive to hate. If you believe in something, if you know something is going to happen, if you're confident in that situation, you will achieve things in life. That's how you overcome things. That's how you put yourself out there. You believe it and you achieve it.
Enter Michael Bisping with this line of the century.
Sounds like the worst self-help book you've ever read. Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the up.
Even Dana White couldn't hold back his laughter at Bisping's comeback. The reigning middleweight champion used this moment to fuel a first-round knockout over Rockhold, delivering one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. And finally, at number 1, we have Conor McGregor and Jeremy Stephens. When you're as famous as McGregor, a single sharp remark can leave a lasting impact. Jeremy Stephens tried to seize his moment by taking a jab at the featherweight champion, but McGregor's response branded Stephens in a way that he'll never forget.
I volunteer as tribute.
So when he found his moment, he stepped up, telling the world that Conor was not in fact the hardest hitting 145-pounder on the roster.
Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Right here. Right here, the hardest hitting 145-pound, the real hardest hitting 145er right here. This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't move.
Don't get us wrong, it was a decent attempt to grab some attention, but as the saying goes, if you come the king, you best not miss. McGregor took full advantage of the moment, looking around in mock confusion before delivering 6 words that would stick with Jeremy Stephens forever.
Who the is that guy? Who the is that? Know damn well who I am. Who the is that?
As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.